Yeah, I can. It would be some adjectives that I don't like to use on camera or other than my own guys. We didn't play well. I mean, that's the bottom line. We're not making plays, missing throws or dropping balls. We're not making picks. It's the same old story when we lose. Not disciplined, penalties that reflects me, which we will resolve. I promise you that. They played well, about as well as they probably could have against us, and we allowed it. So it's on us. Maybe. A lot of new guys out there that got a chance to play tonight. And they did some really good things. I don't put anything on the young guys as far as overall. I thought they played pretty well. Our veterans are Dan and Prince. We're a little off tonight, to say the least. Drop balls, missed throws, and those two are usually right on track. So you can only practice so much. It's got to happen in the games, and right now it's not.
What do you think was not working for them tonight? What was off?
Timing, catching. I mean, when you start dropping a few balls, kind of like, kickers missing a few PATs, it just gets you in your head a little bit. And you start thinking about it. When you start thinking about it and not being, doing your job, those things are going to happen. It's going to throw your timing off as far as depth of your routes, which throws the quarterback off, throws protection off, We got to get out of our own way. I mean, it was pretty obvious. I don't know what they were doing out there. There was a minute 10 left. There's a 35-second clock. If they run at the same time, it doesn't go down to 30 seconds. So they botched it. It's plain and simple. Well, through an injury, Our tough guys are our tough guys, and he's one of them. Our front forward, they're pretty banged up, and they're gritting it out for us and playing through a lot of injuries. His number was called, and he made plays. Even though he's got a grade 2 MCL, I mean, he's still out there doing his job, blocking and scoring touchdowns for us. So it's just a matter of where we're on the field a lot of times with getting Ferns the ball. I'd like to get him even more involved, but when you're chasing so much like we have been this year, you kind of get away from the run game. So before the half, I've got to recall that.
It was when BJ got down, I think, to like the 1 yard line, and then right after that play.
Oh, well, yeah, not good, obviously. Those things frustrate me. Our PK is one of our veterans, been around for a while. Dan, those things aggravate me more than anything. That's stuff your first day of 7th grade practice that you work on snaps, and if you can't get center exchange with your quarterback, not much else is going to be good for you. That was pass rush. I didn't see that, so yeah, I missed that part. Got to get better. We got to go beat the bushes and find somebody that can get some pressure. Jake has been our constant all year long with pass pressure, so we need a lot of fire under some guys. We have the tools in there. We need to add a guy here and there, and we need to get healthy. But if you're hurt, you're hurt, and he had surgery, so he's going to be out for a while. It's the next guy up, so we got a bright spot. Kenny was kicking for his job this week, and he knew it. I sat him down and told him, you need to do well this week, and guess what? He did well. He performed. He hit every PAT right down the pipe. Did a good job of hitting around the iron all night. Hit soft part. I mean, that's pressure. When your coach comes to you and tell you you're not going to be around if you don't do well this week, guess what? He did. So maybe I can talk to some other guys like that too. Him and Torres collided, going for the ball there that was, underthrown. It's unfortunate it didn't have him out there in 4th and 10 because you see how hard the middle is to play. Hollis is one of the better DBs in the league, and you get out there on that island, it's not easy. So it shows you how good Rowe is. He's the best in the profession, in my opinion, and I would argue with anybody that says otherwise. He's kind of got on him about his pick, right off the bat that he didn't score with it. We're used to him scoring with it. So another bright spot. I mean, we make plays, but we're just not making enough of them right now. We got to play our football. I mean, if we do what we're supposed to do, it doesn't really matter what the other team does. And, normally that's the case with anybody we play, but right now we're in our own way, and we've got to figure out a way to get out of the way. And we will. It just needs to happen pretty fast because there's only 5 games left before playoffs start. Right now, I think we'd be the 4th seed, which just because we have the tiebreaker over AC. So it's going to come down to the end.
We're going to work hard. We'll hit the film room. Left some points out there, uncharacteristic stuff. I mean, freaking fumbled snap going in to score. We can't have that. You know, a lot of these wounds are self-inflicted. So, you know, we got to look at ourselves in the mirror and figure out what it is and get it right. Hey, man, they're out there doing their best. I'm trying to get them the ball. You know, I haven't seen anyone have 100% completion, so, you know, credit to Washington playing hard on defense. But, you know, they played some zones. We got to take what they give us sometimes. But, you know, there were some plays out there we got to make. And like I said, we got to, you know, this is gut check time. So, you know, no better time than now. You know, we're going to be back in the corner, see how. Yeah, you know, with the new timing rules, you kind of got to just, we've been trying some no huddle stuff, some hurry up stuff. And, you know, the rules of hurry up football is you can't have incompletions. So we're on the same page once or twice there, and then, you know, we got to hit them when they're there. So don't force the ball, take what they give you. You know, they kind of did us a favor using their timeouts there, but we didn't make them pay. So, hey, we got to play good situational football. It wasn't our best, and look, came back to bite us in the tail. So, like I said, this is all about self-reflection and what we can do to get better, because I don't know, kind of the feeling is, you know, they didn't really beat us. We got to get out of our own way a little bit, put the shovel down, stop digging. It's like a pogo where you run a post and a go, and we have Jordan Williams on a kind of like a bang 8 post route. And they, you know, they played the sky coverage where the safety's down low. I saw him down low. I tried to rocket it over his head. I don't think the receivers were on the same page. But, hey, you know, it shouldn't have came down to 4th and 10 from the minus 15. You know, we didn't help ourselves there. But, you know, you never give up. You can't give up ever. So, we're going to keep working. I promise you. We're going to work hard. We're going to get better. It's the only choice we have. He's a great player, you know, no matter where he is. And he got a route out there tonight, and we weren't on the same page. You can see kind of the lack of reps there, what's going on. So, hey, it's all about being ready when your number's called. And we got banged up a little bit again tonight, so we'll see how everyone's doing. We got a full, you know, it's a Sunday game this week coming, so we get a full week. But, I mean, it doesn't matter who it is out there. Everyone's got to be ready to step up and make a play. A little bit, yeah, you know, because they kind of run a lot of ricochet defense, meaning they'll start over one receiver and then try to ricochet and play press. And a lot of times they get in their own way, and sometimes you get some freebies. And, you know, our guys made some plays, but not enough. I mean, credit to our O-line. We're confident in them to go 50. Ferns, he got a little banged up, but he'll be all right. He's been doing a great job at fullback. The line has 2 all year long, so, you know, we're going to rock with what we got, and if 50s is the game plan, we got to execute. So, play catch. You know, if they're going to play zone, we need to take what they give us. I mean, we've been blocking pretty well, so, and I mean, make the plays when they're there. AC, they stumbled a little bit this last week too, so they're going to be hungry. But we need to come out with our hair on fire for real. We need to send a message this week to ourselves in practice, and then come out here and let it rip.
That 3-step, I hope you guys getting rhythm next week.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. You know, Atlantic City has opportunistic defense too. They got some young guys in the defensive backfield, and then they've got a solid pass rush, and you know they got veteran-laden coaches, Coach James, Shane, Sergio. So they're going to be in good spots. We just got to hit them when they're there. I'm telling you, they're out there. We just got to take advantage of it. We ran rage left 50 wide choice. Typically in that situation, you know, you kind of like to get a big chunk, maybe get it down to 30 seconds. Clint said we're going to run it down real low, score late, and go for 2 to win. And he called the play, said, hey, if we get it, score if we can. You know, if it's there, let's take it. You don't want to leave points on the field. And Prince ran a good route, made a good play. But, I mean, there were other plays out there, and, you know, we didn't give ourselves enough opportunity.
I wouldn't say anything was wrong. I just think that Washington came out with a little bit different game plan from what we studied through the week. But besides that, I just think the guys came out a little bit more fiery than us. They wanted to win. They wanted a little bit more than us, and we just didn't show up tonight.
You started off the game, you got that pick. What did you see on that play?
Basically, you know, when big guys in motion, you know, this league, they tend to like put the big guys in motion against, you know, little DBs and try to cross our face with big body routes. And, you know, just from my film study, you know, that one play, you know, the film study worked to my favor. And I knew the offense and the team needed to put out the fire from, you know, us turning over the ball. And I just made a great play.
You make it look so easy, though. I mean, really. How do you do it? Like, you literally don't make it look like you put any effort.
God, you know, I got God's strength with me. You know, I pray a lot, and you know, before I'm out here, I ask God to just keep me courage, keep me healthy, keep me with a great mindset and focused, and I'll put everything else I can take care of. The physical stuff, you know, catching the ball, scoring touchdowns and stuff like that. I just ask them to keep me, you know, with a focused mindset. We go out there and play like dogs. You know, defense is about being mean, and I think we're playing too passive and soft right now. You know, we here in Philadelphia, we have a motto and we have a certain type standard, and we're not living up to that standard right now. And everybody in the locker room, everybody in the stands, you know, from the media to the commentators, everybody sees it, you know, and we see it also. Now it's just about digging in the bag, finding out what it is that was missing, pulling it out the bag, and using it. That's all it is. I just felt a little bit of numbness. I hit my neck weird, felt some numbness in the arms, kind of freaked me out. I never really felt that before. I just wish I was in there on that last play. I just felt like, no disrespect to Dwayne Hollis, but, that's my guy. I trust him. If I'm not in the middle, I trust him. But, I feel like if I was there, I felt like I would have made a great play on that ball.
Speaking of Dwayne, he got tagged for that PI that, looking up in the press box, we didn't really think it was PI, but, they caught him stride for stride. Do you think it kind of frustrated you guys to be called for some questionable penalties like that?
Coach always say never leave it in the ref's hand, and this is from week in and week out. I know that us here in Philly DBs, we like to play close, tight coverage. We hit pocket guys. And, refs, they can, get confused from what is a pass interference from, me just having good coverage and, playing breaking points and stuff like that. So, I just think, they got a lucky one right there. I didn't see the full play because, I was in coverage. But, once I watch film, I'll get to judge that for myself. Yes, every week from here on out is a must win. This was a must win for us today. We didn't show up, and stuff like that. It goes to show what type of preparation we did during the week, and I feel like we prepared well. But just coming out here, we just gotta put it put the pin to the pad, and we ain't doing that, And we just gotta go out there and just play big football.
What do you want?
I feel like we practice great. I feel like we practice like pros. I feel like we have a great game plan. I just think it's more about coming together. My guys know how I prepared during the week. And I just feel like, some things that I could do better. But I just feel like we just gotta believe. I just don't think everybody wants to believe. It's a team sport, and I just feel like we trying to do things and make our own plays instead of coming together. I feel defense is a little bit more easier when it comes down to, strategy and, building just the players around and having, players come together and trusting. Offense is all about, knowing when you're going, depth, lining up right from the snap of the ball to your motion being in the right angles. Defense, you're more free. Coach call a coverage. I could be over here and do whatever I want, but as long as I'm in this zone or I'm covering my guy, I can do whatever I want. Offense is all about one man makes the next guy right. And I just think, we got a lot of young guys, but them guys are stepping up and making some big plays, but it's going to take a while. First year guys, all three of them, we have DJ, BJ, and then we have Jordan Williams, who's a 2-year guy. Those young guys, so we can't be too hard on them. We got to trust them, to get right and do their film study, get in the weight room and ask questions to everybody else so, they could get right on the same page.
They left the receivers open?
Yeah, Arvell, that's one of his strong points. Arvell Nelson, you hear Arvell Nelson, you hear he can take it for 45 yards if he scrambles. So, and I think he's getting, a little bit more polished with his throwing. And he's becoming a real balanced quarterback. Guys just can't focus on his running, but if we could take that away from his game and just have him rely on his arm, we feel like we have a good chance. But tonight he burnt us.
What do you think the focus needs to be in practice?
Win. I don't care how we gotta do it. We have to win by any means necessary. From scratching, crawling, punching, spitting, grabbing, eye gouging, mouth hooking, whatever we got to do to win, I'm for it. So that's what I'm waiting for. I know as a leader, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna give my all. I know Dan gonna do the same. I know everybody else should be following behind us. We the two main leaders on offense and defense. We just gotta get everybody on our same page. Anything. And we know the look. Just came in and looked at us, and we know that look. Go win. He's frustrated, coach frustrated, I'm frustrated. Fans frustrated. I know y'all guys frustrated asking us these, these questions and stuff like that. But we should get things going. We should get things going. This should be a wake-up call. 3 and 4. I haven't started 3 and 4 here ever. So this is swallowing a tough pill right now. So I just gotta police myself to get the other guys right. I got to change up something because obviously my leadership skills ain't getting the younger guys right. So I got to switch up something. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go home tonight, I'm gonna watch the film, and after the film is over, and I'm gonna come up with a game plan for this week to get the guys right. And who we got next? Albany? Atlantic City. Well, AC got something coming for me. So we'll see.
Not to take anything away from Washington, because I mean they won the Arena Bowl last year, so I would never disrespect them, but they got away with one tonight. I'll definitely say that. Shoulder injury, but I'm not going to blame it on that. I still got to focus in. I take majority of this loss. I'll put it on me. That's just who I am as a player. I make them plays 10 times out of 10 all the time. Like, my gameplay was unacceptable today. Like, and that's why I'm hard on myself. Always been like that, you know. So, you know, just wasn't after the injury. Just wasn't focused in on the ball when it was coming towards me. More so worrying about that, and I believe it cost my team the goal. I'm gonna get some ice and stem on it, probably get some X-rays on it, but I mean it's fine right now. A little pinch in the back of it, but go back. I mean, it ain't even so much going back and watching film because I was open on the plays. You know, just not looking in. So I just gotta focus in. You know, look the ball all the way in when it's coming towards me, and just make the play like I know how to make plays. That's what when my number's called, I make plays. Period. Like, and I believe in myself, and I know Coach Dozell believe in me, and Dan believe in me, and that's why the ball comes to me. You know, so I just got to bounce back next week. It was a choice route, Coach. You know, in crunch time, you know, me and him look at each other, and we kind of know what we're going to do. So I called a choice route, and the ball was thrown. And like I said, when the ball's in the air, my job is to make the play, and I've been doing that since I've been here. You know, so I just did whatever I can to make sure the ball ended up in my hands for a touchdown. After losing 3 in a row, and then coming out last week and playing, no disrespect to Columbus, but an 0-6 team, and getting a victory off of them, and then coming back out today and not playing our best ball. Like, I hope it's a wake-up call. We need it. Like, we need it bad. Like, everybody in the locker room got to check themselves. Like, you got to be able, and that's the reason why I say I put the game on myself. Like, you got to be able to look yourself in the mirror and pull your own card sometimes, you know, and that's what we got to do. And then if guys can do that, then, you know, we'll come out against AC next week with a victory. Last time they definitely got away with one, and it happened again tonight. So we just got to go back to the drawing board. And, I mean, we got the best coach to do it, man. Like, we really do, man. Like, that dude, he makes sure we're prepared in all 3 phases of the game, you know, and we just got to execute. He's not going to catch one ball. He's not going to throw 1 touchdown. He's not going to make a tackle. Like, that's on us. And he has us prepared every game, man. That's, like, them guys in the locker room, like, we got to make them plays. I got to make them plays, you know, that's it. I believe we're unstoppable. I feel like we got the best quarterback in the league. We got young receivers, but I believe in them. I'm gonna take my group of guys over any receiving core in the league. You know, some more better preparation. You know, make sure the guys is locked in and know what they're doing. And if we ever play a game where we're just clicking on all cylinders, I mean, there's no one that's gonna stop us. Nobody in this league is gonna stop us. First off, we gotta win. That's gonna be a big one. Like, 3-4 is just unacceptable. Like, especially for this franchise, it's just unacceptable. So whatever you got to do to prepare yourself for next week, do it. I don't care what it is. Whatever you have to do to make sure you coming in here next Sunday at 4 o'clock for AC, we walking away out here with a victory. I don't care what you got to do, man. Just get it done. Everybody. I got a couple good friends that play on other teams, and you know, we've been through the 3-game losing streak. They're like, we know y'all gonna hit a hot streak. We know y'all gonna hit a hot streak. You know, we're not worried about y'all taking the losses right now. I mean, people know that, and they respect us. You know, we just have to put the games together. All 3 phases: offense, defense, special teams. We do that. I promise you. At the end of the season, we'll be Arena Bowl champions. But we have to take care of that in this locker room. Coach Dozell does everything to make sure we're prepared game in and game out. We got to go out there on our 50-yard field and play the game.